Hello to anybody who dared to click on this video. This is Jordan Davis again. Um, I'm a second year graduate student at a major university in the United States of America in anthropology who has gotten really big into the Eurovision Song Contest over the past few years. And so I wanted to do a little bit this season in the way of discussion, reaction, etc. And so today specifically, as you can tell, we're right in the middle of semifinal two. And so I wanted to take a few moments, well, quite a bit of moments probably, because there are 18 songs. It's a lot. I wanted to take some time to discuss each of the entries, what I thought about their semifinal two performance, and then to watch live and react live to the announcement of the qualifiers. And so hopefully this works out well time-wise. If it doesn't, work with me. I'll try and fix it. But anyway, so I'm going to get right into it. Sorry if I'm looking around a bit. I have my computer right here so I can see when, they get to the actual announcement. I'm also at an Airbnb right now in New York, so I'm, getting used to the surroundings, still looking out the window and stuff. And then I also have my notes right here. On my thoughts on the performers. So let's get right into it because, like I said, there are a lot, a lot of performers. So up first was Armenia. Armenia, I really enjoyed the performance. I've enjoyed Armenia's song since it was released. It was really hyped up throughout the pre-selection season. And in my opinion, it lived up to the hype. I really enjoy Book's voice. I really enjoy her performance in the music video, and I really enjoyed her performance this afternoon or this evening, wherever you're watching from and whatever time it is there. I found it really music video-esque. The red lighting, the camera shots, it seemed epic in a music video-esque way. And the red, again, really just suited the style of the song in a way that I thought was very suitable. No, in a way that I thought was very desirable. It went well together as a package for me. The only thing I can say that didn't quite go well for me is that I wanted her to really nail the climax, that note that she hits after the bridge. And I think she was almost there. She was really close to being there, but she didn't quite get there. And I felt that in the moment. But when she went on to do a few of the other high notes after that, she did them spectacularly. So I'm still very happy with the performance, and I think she could get that note if she were to make it to the grand final. I also was a little bit confused during the bridge about the empty venue effect that they used. I saw, I think it was on Instagram that she announced that that was going to be part of it. And I didn't read the whole post, but I was a tad bit confused and thrown off by that. But maybe if I go back and read that, it will make a little bit more sense, because I was just like a little confused, but did not take away from the rest of the performance. I still thought it was great. And yes, I absolutely want this to qualify. So we will see in a few minutes whether or not it does qualify. So the second song to come on was Ireland. Now I was pleasantly, surprised with Ireland and Ireland's performance. The song has really grown on me since first hearing it the first time or two. I was like, okay, it's a little boring, it's a little poppy, it's a little monotone, like another song that we'll come to later. But I've realized that this is actually something that I really can get behind and enjoy. Her performance was really fun, but what I loved about it was fun, but not in an in-your-face kind of way. It wasn't throwing the fun at you and making you take it. Like San Marino, maybe, if you want a reference point, because I'm still mad that they qualified. They shouldn't have qualified. The vocal was trash, but this isn't about that, but I'm just giving you a reference point. That's a little throw it in your face fun. But no, Ireland's performance, Sarah is a great performer, but again, not in your face. She did look like she was calculating a little bit her movements with the choreography, when to be where in her face, and it showed a little bit. But again, I don't think that took away too much from the performance for me. So I would be very okay with this qualifying. I don't know if it will qualify, and if it does, I think it might be a case like last year where it barely qualifies, where it squeaks through. But I would be extremely okay if this qualified, and I'd be actually very happy if this qualified. So the third performance of this afternoon for me was Moldova. So I've always liked Moldova's song. I have, and I have never not liked it. This performance did not disappoint for me. I felt the emotion behind it, and I appreciated it again for what it is, knowing that I have liked it since I first heard it. Anna is consistently an amazing vocalist. Nobody can take that away from her. She is one of the best vocalists in the competition this year, hands down. Um, and since I've come to accept that, yes, the song is dated, I've been able to put that to the side in my own head, um, and enjoy the song for what it is. So do I think it'll qualify? No, absolutely not. I really don't think it'll qualify. But would I be glad if it did qualify? Yes, I would be happy if it did because I like the song and I appreciate the song and I appreciate Anna's voice, Anna's voice. So the fourth song is Switzerland. Um, so this song, as opposed to some of the others that I mentioned as growing, this song lost some traction for me throughout the pre-selection season over the past few months. I still enjoy it, but it definitely didn't have the staying power of a song like Malta for me. I kind of got, again, I didn't get tired of it. It just kind of didn't maintain its place in my ranking like a Malta did. Um, that being said, I did love the staging. I did love the staging and the camera shots. It kind of like Armenia was music video esque, and so I definitely enjoyed that because that's kind of what this song needs, especially as a dance track that it is. Um, Toward the end, it seemed like he was running out of breath, and I understand how much he was dancing, but like, I was like, just keep going, you're almost there, just take a deep breath, like, just breathe, just breathe. Um, but again, I did enjoy the staging, I did enjoy the dancing, um, and the camera shots, and I think it did come together as a package for me. So I enjoy it again, even though it did lose some steam for me throughout the few months. Um, I think this is easily going to qualify. I don't think this will have any problems qualifying, and I am definitely okay with that. So, sorry, I don't know what they're doing right now, but it is not, yeah, it's not what, they're not announcing the qualifiers, so I'll just, you know. Um, let's see, so are we at number five? Yes, three, four, five. And so the fifth song to come on today was Latvia. I feel like I'm missing something important, but I'll just have to go back and watch this later. um, so Latvia, look, I'll just start off by saying it's a beautiful woman, and the staging is pretty. I'll say that. But the rest of the song is a nah. It's just, it's just boring. It's boring for me. Well, I'm sure it's boring for everybody. It's not just boring for me. Not everybody. It's boring for a lot of people. I listen to the song. I think it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I listen to this song when it comes on. Um, and again, I think it's a good song, but I don't think it's a good song in the Eurovision context necessarily. Um, Especially when you have so many other great songs that are captivating as well in the mix. So this is the first song that I can solidly say I don't think it'll qualify, and that is just kind of what it is as far as that goes. I don't think it'll qualify. Again, it's a song that I will keep listening to when it comes on in my headphones, but in the context of Eurovision and these performances, I don't think it'll qualify. And so the sixth song was Romania, or the sixth performance was Romania rather. Esther did what she came to do. Esther did what she came to do, and that was to put on a show and to slay vocally. She did both of those things. You can tell Romania really was thoughtful about the presentation of this performance, and it showed through. It didn't look cheap. And her embodied performance matched everything that was going on around her wonderfully. Um, this song is one that has grown on me through the pre-selection season. I've listened to it more and more. I've come to enjoy it more and more. And I think it should qualify and that it probably will qualify. Let's get real now. So the seventh song, one, two, three, five, six. The seventh song was Denmark. Now, I'll just say that I would take Latvia over Denmark, if that tells you anything. Denmark's song is like saccharine sweet in the worst way. It's not, it doesn't engage me. It's not entertaining to me. Her vocal is average. It's not bad, it's just average. And the overall performance is average at best. This is one that I can solidly say I don't like. I don't want to qualify. I don't, and I'm scared that it will qualify. Um, but if it does qualify, then in my opinion, it has taken the spot of a song that deserves to be in the final more. And I don't care who else that is, even if it is Latvia. Like shit, put Latvia in there if you're gonna put Denmark in there. No, anyone but Denmark for me. Shit. So yeah, that definitely, for me, it should not by any means be anywhere near the final. But again, I'm not even allowed to motherfucking vote. So who really cares what I say? But maybe one day I'll be able to vote to stop things like this from happening if it qualifies. And so the eighth song was Sweden. They did that. Sweden, Jan Lundvik, and those backup singers, those backing vocalists, they did that shit. Um, in this performance, I saw Sweden as a possible winner. And I don't know that I've seen Sweden as a possible winner before, but I saw them as a possible winner today, and I felt it. Um, I love the diversity in Sweden's performance this year, both in the performers themselves, hello, represent, uh, but also in the gospel elements that we don't hear very much of ever in Eurovision. And that we, even if we hear them, we don't see them. We don't see the people behind those stylings. And so in this performance, we see all of that, and I'm super glad that we do. Yes, this will qualify. This song will qualify. The ninth performance of the night was Austria. Austria was a big for me. The song itself is a beautiful song, and the studio cut is great. I love the studio cut. The vocals are great, and it creates an environment in the studio cut. But this performance, it had some of those moments. I'll give it that. It absolutely had some of those ethereal moments that her falsetto voice creates. But then in other moments, I felt like, particularly in the bridge and then in a moment right before the last line or two, it felt like she kind of lost control of her own voice. When she transitioned out of that falsetto, it was just a bit messy, let's say. Um, and I think at one point she even took it down an octave. I don't know if that was planned or if it was just because something happened with her voice and she couldn't get back up to where she was. But I don't know that this will qualify. I don't know. And I really don't have any particular feelings on whether I personally would like it to or not, but I don't know if it will. So the 10th performance tonight was Croatia. Now Croatia has beautiful staging. I didn't realize how beautiful the staging for Croatia was. Croatia's staging is beautiful. Um, I wrote down, I saw the LED wings at the beginning and I'm like, oh, maybe these replace the real wings. They didn't replace the real wings. He still had those real wings, unfortunately. Or I thought to myself, maybe it works, because in seeing the full 3-minute performance, I said, these wings don't look bad. They don't look bad and they go with the theme. So, that being said, the addition of the harmony to the vocals during the chorus of the song really elevated his vocal for me, and that's surprising given the fact that his vocal was already top notch. among the contestants this year, and even just generally. His vocal is superb, superb. I will never take that away from him. And I could never, but I would never try. But the harmony elevated it even more, um, if you can believe it. So I think this might have a shot at qualifying. And I think that with the changes that they made, I wouldn't be mad if it did. I think if we had only seen the national final performance in this qualifying, I'd be angry if this qualified. But seeing this staging that they had, this beautiful staging, I don't think I could be mad if this qualified. I don't. So good for Croatia because they really did that, and I'm proud of them. I am. So the next performer was Malta. Now Malta has been one of my favorite songs since its release. It has not lost steam for me. I love it. I fucking love it. Um, in this performance, they created an entire world. A world. Um, a whole fucking world. It was underwater, and then a desert, and then jungle, and at one point they were on a cloud, and I was just like, wow. I said wow to myself. They put so much into this stage, and you can tell Malta is really coming to get back into the final and to potentially win. And honestly, if they did win, they deserve it. I'd be happy. This is how you give your all to a staging without making it look like it's too much, too cluttered, too crowded. This was wonderful. The dancing was good. Her vocals, spectacular. Um, she sounded fucking great. And again, there's no way this can't qualify. This absolutely needs to qualify. Are we going to Valletta 2020? Maybe. I'd go. So, we'll see. Oh, they have the fucking note cards out. I'm running out of time. We might have to cut this portion short and just jump into listening to the. Let's see what's going on. No, we have some time. So the next performance was Lithuania. Now, honestly, I love this song. I love this song. I listen to this song so many times a day. Um, and I also love more than the song. You know what I mean. He's a good looking man. I love this song. Um, but the staging for this is bland. It's so bland. It's pretty, but bland. Um, so that being said, I think the only way that this might qualify would be if the juries and televoters react to it like they did to Estonia in the first semifinal. Um, they're kind of similar-ish songs with similar. They're not similar songs, but like they're both pop songs in a way. They have different elements, but generally, and the performers are similar. So that's kind of the only avenue I could see for this qualifying. Other than that, I really don't think it will. Um, Next, Russia. When I see so many mirrors, I just automatically think of a dressing room, like at Kohl's or J.C. Penney or Dillard's. I just think of a dressing room. Um, that's beside the point, but I think the screens were used most effectively during the bridge. Prior to that point, I really wasn't 100% sold on them, but during the bridge, I really liked when they all stepped into the screen. Um, I appreciated that moment, and that was a moment. Um, Sergey's vocals were flawless throughout, and I'm sure that this is going to qualify. If San Marino can qualify, if raggedy ass San Marino can qualify with that vocal, sorry, San Marino ain't raggedy, but that vocal was raggedy. If they can qualify with that vocal, there's no way this will not qualify. No way. No way in heaven or no way in hell. So the next performance, and sorry if I'm going a little fast, was Albania. She, Yanita was stunningly beautiful, especially with those gold elements. I love it. She looked like a queen. And I said, damn, the backing vocalists, I don't think I've ever heard those backing vocalists um, live, or if I have, I haven't registered it. But the fact that they were on the stage too, and you saw that they were doing um, those pre-chorus vocals, and it sounded like the studio track. Those cannot be easy to do, and so all the credit to them because they're amazing. Like Jan Lundvik's backing vocalist, they are amazing as well. And what can I say about her own vocals? They're perfection. They have been. She has been one of the most consistent performers of this year, and she remains that. Um, so I know that they had struggles with the staging, but I think in this performance. She sold it as well as she could. She did everything she needed to do. And so I need for this to qualify. I don't know if it will qualify, but I need this to qualify. And I will be upset if this doesn't qualify because you can tell how much work and energy and time she puts into this and heart that she puts into this. And I just need her to qualify from this performance. Norway was up next. So Norway's been kind of a silent killer for me. It's never been one of the most flashy songs. It was, it definitely grabs your attention on first listen, but it's never been one of the most flashy songs again, like a Malta or like a Fuego from last year, you know what I mean? But it's been consistent in its greatness. Um, I really like the Bald Man. Shout out to Bald Men Unite. Um, and all three of them are beautiful people. Um, the older gentleman, the bald man, beautiful, and the young woman, beautiful as well. She has a great fucking ponytail. So they're all beautiful people. They've never had a bad performance. I really love the blue lighting during the bridge, the blue filter they had on the spotlight. Um, and then the runes that kind of started to form around him on the floor and on the, what is it called? The, just on the screen behind him. Um, but when, oh, sorry, I got a little confused for a second. But because I wrote something in the middle of the bridge, when it changed to the red, when it went from blue to red during the bridge, and that deer figure appeared behind him with the runes and the deer, yes, absolutely. Before this, I was thinking about what to write, and I thought there might be a genuine chance that they might not qualify, like a tiny chance that they might not qualify. This performance, this performance, spectacular, threw away any doubt in my mind that this would not qualify. Um, and again, at the very end, when those three figures appeared, those three animal figures appeared behind each of the performers, I was struck by that. That was well done to them. Well done to them. So we have three left. The next was the Netherlands. Um, it looked like he shopped at babypianos.com for this. I was like, what in the actual hell are you doing? Um, but beyond that, what can I say? This has been consistently fabulous. Again, he's a beautiful man. Um, it's an amazing song. His vocals are blessed. He's been blessed with a touching voice, not only a great voice and in-tune voice, but a touching voice. Um, so yes, this song will qualify. Duncan will qualify, and Duncan will go to the final, and he will do well. North Macedonia, let's see. This was kind of another track for me. I like the song. I really like the song. Her vocals were great, and she looked great. At times, though, it felt like she was a little bit behind the beat, and that distracted me a little bit from the vibe and the energy that she was creating um, with this performance. And so that was the only thing that made it kind of because although it was a small thing, with a song like this, all you really have is the energy and the vibe because there's not flashy staging going on besides the mirrors slash screens. And so this is one that I have like no idea about whether it will qualify or not. I have no idea. So we will just have to wait and see for this. And then the final song of this evening, afternoon, morning, again, whatever time of day it is for you, is Azerbaijan. This is so cool. This is so cool. So sexy ass Chingiz is just 100 years ahead of all the rest of us over here. He has these robotic arms with the operating on his heart, and it's just this was super fucking cool. So good for him. Shout out to him. Um, I also love the ethnic elements that they added to the bridge. His ethnic vocals, I should say, are on fucking point. Um, it blew me away. It blew me away. I love, I, Yeah, it just blew me away. I don't know if I see it as the winner that everybody sees it as of late, but I absolutely think it will qualify. It should sail through. I don't see there being any issue with this sailing through to the final. And so at this point, the three of the acts from the Big Five are talking. And so I'm debating whether I should end this video and make it a separate video or, sorry, whether I should just continue. Maybe I'll just continue and try and like cut. Let me look up something. This will determine. Sorry. Just type with me. I think I'll probably just keep it on at this point and then just trim the video.